Hello and welcome to Life in Pig Row, and this week we're planting a yew hedge between me and my neighbour. I've spoken to my neighbour about that. It's always nice to speak to your neighbour to make sure they're aware where you're planting a hedge. I told him I'm planting a hedge because the fence that is his is starting to rot and I want to save him money and at the same time have a windbreak. So I'm planting a yew hedge, which means it's lovely and thick, and when his kids are out in the garden playing football, if they kick a ball into a yew hedge, it's not going to cause a lot of damage in comparison to kick it into a fence, which can easily break when it's rotten. So that's the idea behind it. And also, I want another hedge because, it brings in birds. So let's see how to do it. Now I'll be using mycorrhiza fungi as well in each of the holes just to get the hedges going. Yew hedges don't tend to be cut when they go into a hole, and they don't tend to be cut until they get to the height they need to be. You take the sides off, but not the height, because you want it to grow. Now I've set up a line that runs right down the garden. I'll show you that afterwards. And all I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my bundle of yew, and these have been soaking for about an hour, you see, and they are tied up, so all you need to do is get that off with a pair of secateurs. So there I am with my secateurs, snip them off, discard that, and let's just see, I've got 3 in there. 1, 2, 3, I've got 4. So I'm just going to take the first one, I'm going to pop those back into the water like so, and that's going to go there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spade, I'm going to carefully, you've got a choice, you can excavate a trench, or you can do what I'm doing, which is you dig a hole. I've not added any goodness to this soil because I want the roots to get out. I want them to be robust plants. I don't want them to soak and just stay where they are, which is what tends to happen. Just move that off for a minute, I know where I am now. Dig that hole out. And I want to plant it to where it was originally in the bare root. Can you just see? It's about here. So let's see if it goes in. It goes in nicely. Train the roots out like so. Now, I could just plant it like that now, but what I've got, like I said, is mycorrhiza fungi. Here we are. And all I do is undo it. Always undo it outside because it does have a tendency to cause a bit of dust. So there you go. You see it? And there, and there's my little scoop. And I'm just going to put about that much in. Sprinkle it in. That's all I need. I've only used half. Rest back in. And then the yew goes in like so. Just touching mycorrhiza, and then I pull the soil back around my plant, terminate. That's it, that's number 1. The great thing about bare rooted plants is that they're a lot cheaper than buying them pot grown. The hedge, which I'll show you in a moment, is about 50 foot long, and including packaging and posting, it's costing me about £115. If I bought these in the summer, it would be incredibly expensive. I'd be looking maybe £250, £350 just to get it done. So now, these have to be planted 18 inches apart. So, here we are, tape measure time. We get our tape measure out, we put it down, and we go, right, there's my next one. We put my spade there ready, and we go on like that. And I'm going to show you now the rest of the planting. So I'm going to carry on up the line now. You'll notice that I moved the string line after a while because it was getting in the way, but it's already giving me a straight line. So I'm looking down what I've already planted and it's more or less, well, it is completely and utterly straight. So I'll just carry on using my eye now, following the hedge that I planted, and I'll show you the end result. And here's my hedge. So we'll just walk up it quickly. I'm going to water it in a minute, that's why the watering can's there. And you can see it carries on right up to the dead hedge, over the old tree stump which I took out in another film. So now all I'm going to do is water in. It's getting cold. Ah, I've got cramp. Oh, I just got cramp. That's how cold it is. Oh. Cramp on camera. So I'm going to water it in. And until next time, it's good from me. But see, this is what cramp does to you. It's goodbye from me on Life and Pig Row. And I'll see you next week when hopefully we're going to get a bit warmer, because it is getting cold now. And I want to get in and have a bath and a cup of tea and maybe a salmon sandwich. Woo, dead posh. Bye bye.